This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 4th, 2021, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a power that I don't think we truly visit much because of the fact that we are too distracted. And always the distraction is outside of us. It's always what we're seeing, what we're experiencing, the different activities of this world currently are in high motion of activity. And if you've been trained for a very long time, generation after generation, to respond to external reality and basically have it guide us in a lot of ways, then our response is external. It's not internal. And this is why it's important during this transition, on this planet, in this now, to treat yourself as you would a young, innocent child. Forgive all your wrongs and perceived mistakes, because as we know, there's no mistakes. There's just experiences. Just love yourself as you are with all your heart. Say something loving and soothing to yourself right now. If you can't think of anything, look at any mirror and say the three most beautiful words in the universe. And do it with expression. I love you. And understand that we love you too. When we visualize with ourselves, you intend and understand the expectations and attachments are kind of, you really don't care to have that. Your intent is the trust within yourself and the universe. And you leave it. We have no choice. Eventually we will leave these bodies. And how we live, however, is entirely of our choosing. No matter our position, circumstances, or opportunities in this life, we always have the freedom of mind to choose how we experience, interpret, and ultimately shape our world. Simon Sinek. Excuse me. In every moment of our lives, we are creating an experience of what we want or what we don't want. This choice all depends on how conscious we are in each moment. The level of consciousness inside us is ultimately determined by how relaxed, open, and free we feel inside our bodies. If our minds are constantly oscillating between states of fear, doubt, and mistrust, your consciousness narrows and is unable to see and feel the joyful outcomes that your heart truly desires. In this highly germophobic and politically turbulent time, our spiritual path, for some of us, is being tested. We are forced to learn how to deepen in our approach to awareness and our truth. We must choose to respond to the world with compassion, trust, and calmness. If we wish to connect deeper to our spiritual existence, and when we are faced with ghastly challenges on a daily basis, the best is to respond to the world with compassion, trust, and calmness we wish to connect deeper to our spiritual existence. When being faced with these insurmountable challenges on a daily basis, what we can do is root ourselves in the vibration of fearless love. Right now, every one of us can practice visualizing every day that we have all returned to a world, a planet that is virus-free, panic-free, mask-free world. And this is what some of us will experience and are beginning to experience. The mask-free world is currently one of the most healing and relaxing thoughts we all can practice on the planet today. When we practice this collectively, visualizing our world has already been born into a new vibrational frequency. Not returned, but beyond. Metta. Not to the way it was, but to the way it should have always been. Not only the mass-free way of life, in all things, not just this time, but the times that we've experienced through generations on this planet. It creates an instant feeling of relief rather than visualizing it is soon coming in the future. We can create now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but now. It isn't a demand. It is a deep knowing within our gods, within these bodies. When we future think, and we all do it because none of us are exempt from it, future thinking is what? Future thinking always creates anxiety for the body on some level. And the direction here is to surrender fully to the present moment, where you can relax into your heart that is filled with trust, appreciation, freedom from all fear. And from this space, we naturally have compassion for those who are imprisoned behind their masks, locked up behind the belief that it is going to protect them from sickness and death. To cling to life is to cling to the five senses, to normal consciousness, thereby shunning the superconsciousness within which the Atman is known. In the world of manifesting, we all have the power to transform our global reality really, really, really fast. Now, we all witnessed how quickly the media changed the rules on everyone during the lockdown, and thus the opposite is also true. If we want to ask the universe to bring a completely new physical reality into our lives, then we request it. This is the law of manifesting. This is a rule. It's a universal law. It is the golden law of the universe. And it applies to anything we wish to manifest in our lives. The reason 99% of this population is not manifesting their dream life is because of this. They can only hold their focus for 8 seconds on average. 8 seconds, give or take. The mind jumps like a monkey on LSD and reaches for a new thought or desire before it even notices it has moved. In order to increase our concentration, think of it like going to the gym to become stronger. Practice your 17-second muscle 6 days a week. Take Sunday off, relax. if you wish. And when you practice this, understand that it's a focus from within you. It's not outside. But it's your intent. And you have no doubt. There isn't a doubt. You have no fear. You know for a fact that what you intend will be. It's not an ego. It is just a knowing. And you leave it alone. You don't keep visiting it. And when you practice this on a continual basis, like anything that we do with ourselves, it'll become automatic. It won't be something that we have to, oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, I should do that. I don't have time to do that. Oh, I should have done it. And then, you feel guilty. All of the superficial garbage. It's vital to remember that whatever we are looking at, noticing and seeing daily, is what we're visualizing, guys. What you're looking at is what you're visualizing. So be aware of what you're putting your attention upon. If you're watching the news every day, you will only see and attract more of the harsh, slanted reality that they like to advertise on their channels to keep you hooked. If everyone turns off the news on this planet and begins visualizing a world that they desire to participate in, it's mass-free, feeling joy of living in a free world, mass-free world, habit-free world, disease-free world. And guess what? That world, that planet, would soon manifest as it is. You want to accelerate it? Focus more on it. Energy flows where attention goes. We know this. What is your attention focused on right now? What is your attention focused on? What was it focused on? Whatever we collectively visualize and feel in our guts is what we manifest into our world. There's no argument there. The ego might want to argue with you. That's pretty much the norm with them. So as you drift off to sleep tonight, I invite every one of you to feel how tomorrow feels like, knowing that we are back to our free world, to paradise. No masks, no vaccines, and that all of this crap, this garbage, is completely vanished. Feel it in your bones. Not just superficially, not half-ass wise. Feel it in your bones. And hold that feeling and visualize every shop, every business, ripping down their long list of C-19 rules. And just notice that whatever you believe deep down in is your truth, your reality, and your future manifestation. We are all omnipotently powerful manifesting beings. And what we decide to believe is what our reality will reflect. You understand that it has nothing to do with what others think of you, say to you. Okay? That has nothing to do with the God within you. A lot of us get tripped up because we're all sensitives in different ways. So when others say certain things, it affects our field, our emotion. But when you love yourself deeply, and you love the God that you are, it has no effect. It really doesn't. It isn't their God saying this to you. It's their physicality. It's their ego mind. Now, you can look at this, what we're currently involved with right now on this planet, a couple of ways. You can look at it as, ooh, doom and gloom. You know, oh, this is horrible. But you know what it is? Unbeknownst to many, this is a game, and it's all just part of our spiritual awakening process. It really is. It is a game, and it's just part of our spiritual awakening process. Does it kill the God within us? No. We're mortal. And since we each have totally forgotten manifesting power in connection with divinity, we tend to follow what the authorities tell us. We are the authority of our reality. That will never change. It's who and what we are. It's part of what we do. We, each of us, are the authority of our reality. Now, you want to argue with your ego mind, subconscious mind, go right ahead. You'll be arguing with them until you leave the body. We can manifest any reality we desire if we meditate on it long enough. Meditate long enough, and you, each of us, will fully remember that you are a super powerful manifesting machine connected to the highest power in this universe. And remember this all day long, and you will begin to manifest some real miracles. The longer your attention span in one single pointed direction can flow, the deeper you will be able to dive into this divine understanding that you will begin to manifest some real miracles. The longer our attention span in one single pointed direction can flow, the deeper we will be able to dive into this divine understanding that we were never separate from the all-powerful God source. If you believe in God, then work with him. If you do not, then become one. If you believe in God, then work with him. If you do not, then become one. Nisargadatta. So that's good advice. What humanity manifests, mankind manifests, into our future is solely based on what we all collectively and intuitively feel deep down is going to happen. Not superficial. Many just do that superficially. What the media tells us is going on doesn't matter as much as what humanity feels in their hearts collectively and is expecting tomorrow is going to be like. It's all about what's occurring in our deepest, innermost feelings. This is exactly what manifests. This feeling is the real manifesting power that's sending out an energetic request to the universe to be reciprocated. Get together in groups. It is time for all of us to make a concerted, deep, loving commitment to transform everything. Visualize together that all of the negatives on this planet, all of those things that we've learned from, not that we haven't learned from, not that we aren't appreciative of them, because we are, but they're over. Together in groups, start visualizing that it's over. We'll do this every day, but you can do it every day with people coming together, like-minded, of course. If you can't find like-minded people, then do it yourself. you're in bed, before you get up. Visualize and feel that we all are now living in a completely free world. And feel how your body responds to this idea by noticing what life feels like in this amazing mass-free world. How is it hanging out with friends and family with this garbage gone and no more weird energy around social distancing? We can easily feel the sensation of being around people who are in the flow, fearless human beings again. Drop deep into this feeling and notice how your body responds. It feels like, so good, this is good. Hey, that's it. The boundaries are imaginary. The rules are made up. The limits don't exist. The boundaries are imaginary. The rules are made up, and the limits don't exist. When you dive into a certain feeling repetitively, something grows in you that says you have the manifesting power to create any reality on this earth that you want. You can imagine feeling anything. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. And when you visualize a world that is more loving, conscious, and sensitive to the people's needs without needing to control them, feel this daily. And this is what you will manifest for you and everyone else. If the machine of your mind can only hum along with thoughts of stress, doubt, and fear, then take 5 minutes off your time, to get very still and quiet. It's worth it. By allowing yourself to be still and get super quiet inside is the only way to look inside yourselves and find all the power, truth, and answers you are seeking. The greatest truth is that we always get to choose what we want to fill our minds with. And we really do get to choose this. As we choose to focus on thoughts that bring about deeper states of peace, trust, and the feeling of living in a fearless society, we are taking the most essential steps to help our own consciousness to heal and expand. When consciousness expands, we realize the greater truth of who we are and can remember that we are super powerful manifesting beings who can create anything. Believe it or not, this is the deal. And what you do with this information determines the level of energy you vibrate at and the kinds of experiences you tend to manifest in your future. Simply remember that the God source is here now inside you and every one of us. If we can take the time to stop everything and truly look, you'll find it. It's time to realize this and make time to feel how truly magical and mystical each and every one of us really are. What is now proved was once only imagined. What is now proved was once only imagined. William Blake. Call your best friend if you have one today. Call them today. Ask them to visualize what their ideal world in the near future will feel like. Offer them 3 minutes of your precious time to help them visualize what they most want. Ask them to explain in detail what they really want. What an amazing gift this will be for them and for your relationship. It is time, this testing that has been going on over the last little over a year for the civilization of planet Earth has been exactly that, a test. It has been a test so that we wake up enough to understand that it is all an illusion, that all of us have created it, and all of us can eliminate it. It can be immediately vaporized the more we focus the gods that we are, the love that we are, deep within us. It is gone. This is all about our transition as a civilization. That's all it is. We are supreme immortal beings. Each and every single one of us are. There's no arguing that. I believe that we can all come together to create a new world, and that's exactly what we're doing. It's time to stop hiding behind the fear that these masks hold. Allow your beautiful smiles to be seen. Give yourself the gift of visualizing a mask-free world to see how you feel. It's time, guys, to create a more enlightened planet, so everyone's light can be seen and shine even brighter. And I will just say this right away, a big thank you to all the people who will go to bed tonight visualizing a mask-free world. This moves us into a much stronger practice and comprehension. But it is up to us. It is our direct intention from our heart minds to end this. We move more and more every single second, all of us who are consciously aware, more and more into an enlightened state. It isn't something that you can put into words. Yet, if you could describe it, you'd say it is the continuous realization of the divine, universally interconnected, continuous realization of the divine, universally interconnected, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent being that you truly are. That's quite a mouthful for something that has no words for it. Yet, when we meditate on this thought and begin knowing it as the truth of who we all are, an amazing, enlightening experience begins downloading directly into our consciousness at the speed of light. And the first thing that you will realize is that it happens to you as fast as light and comes directly to you from fully living in the lightness of your own spiritual presence. And although most people don't take the time to redirect their attention on their infinite spiritual nature, so they may not think it is real or that they can experience it at all. And I will tell you that it is very real and creates an experience of reality which you cannot compare to anything you've ever had before. It's as if you were living in a dark candle-lit musty closet for 25 years and suddenly found a door to walk outside and breathe the fresh spring air and feel the warm, radiant light from the sun. This experience is not something you can measure with any scientific device. Not just yet. Rather, it is the experience of perpetual effulgence of our souls radiant awareness. It is seeing this world only through pure awareness, where there are no opinions, no judgments, or mind chatter in the way. When this happens, we will discover something that turns our entire lives around. We will realize that we really are a mind-stopping experience. We are indescribable, unattainable, and we exist far beyond the imagination of our limiting minds. If we want to have a momentary taste of what this enlightenment is, then do something completely radical with how you're typically spending your time. Stop whatever agendas you currently have with your life. Let go of everything you thought to be real or true and entertain the possibility that who you are is an undefinable infinite being, an eternal soul that was never born and thus will never, ever, ever, ever die. By taking this dynamic lead in your consciousness into letting go of all limiting ideas about yourselves, you will soon find the enlightened state blossoming within you. Do not let this idea that your personal problems and life issues are blocking you from enlightenment. Think of them like particles of sand between your toes. Depending how you move through life, they will either grind or massage your feet. The most challenging people in your life right now are also your greatest teachers in disguise. Simply take the approach to explore every experience in your life with a genuinely open mind and a childlike curiosity. Life has an incredible wisdom to download into our consciousness that's bigger than what we can conceive of. This entire world is designed to enlighten us all, heal us, empower us, and dissolve you, your ego. The sun shines down, and its image reflects in 1,000 different pots filled with water. The reflections are many, but they are each reflecting the same sun. Similarly, when we come to know who we truly are, we will see ourselves in all people. Among you. If you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our body. It's not really hard to do at all. No artificial things, nothing. You relax your body. Remember, you're not the body. You will find that you are the master of the body. So all the tensions, all the stresses, all the fears, all the anxieties, all the worries about the future, all the worries about the past, all the worries about the now, all of it, let go. Because all you got to do is ask yourself, does this serve me to greater good? No, it doesn't. Why do I carry it? Maybe it's just habit. I'll just let it go. Let it go. Let it go through the heart mind, not the head, the heart. Let it go through the heart. And your body will respond and relax and become so light it almost feels like a feather. Not thinking, not wondering, nothing. Total silence. When that happens, we're in the now. And the now is all we have. We do not have a past. It is dead. It is gone. We have memories. We file those in our subconscious mind. The future isn't even here. We create it in the now. And the now stills the mind, stills the ego, stills the subconscious mind. It stills it. Which means we step outside of the ego mind. We aren't in it. It's not running us. We're viewing it and watching it. We're not judging it. That's the only way we're going to learn to master the ego and the mind. Whatever you're doing, moment to moment, is your focus. I'm not saying it's easy, because we're so used to wandering off into thoughts that aren't even ours. But practice, and eventually, it will be automatic. The now is super powerful. Some of us, we all have memories, and memories are great. We all reminisce, and they're great too. Nostalgia is great. Those are part of our joy in this life. But some of us will go into that darn dead past, and we'll stay there. Now, is it intentional? Not really. It's kind of an escape into nowhere. And what happens is that we end up taking that past, it's dead, elephant graveyard, dank, foggy, no air movement, nothing, just all dead. And we drag it into a future that doesn't exist. And we create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. It's not fun, it's frustrating. Is it bad? No, it's not bad. It's just what some of us do. And then we wonder, why is it that whatever we do, we end up, it seems like we end up the same place. Others of us will go into a future that we know, that we don't know it, but it doesn't exist yet. And we ask ourselves, when is this going to happen? Why isn't this happening for me? And why do I have a boss like this? Or why is this happening? Or why is that happening? Why does it seem like that, and they say that they have a dark cloud over them all the time. And, they've been handed a really crappy life, but they have to make the best of it. So you can see clearly through your heart minds that the now is the power. The now connects us to the gods we are. It eliminates all the noise and the chatter from the mind and the ego. It eliminates all of that. Judging, ego, all of it, gone. We move into quiet and peace. And think about it, that we focus only on the now. It doesn't even matter if you're picking your fingernail. You're in the now, focus. It's not as easy as it sounds. Why would I focus on picking my fingernail? That's boring. It's the exercise. It isn't about what you're doing, it's about what you're learning, only in the moment. It isn't about out there. It is about moving in you, to the God. And the only way we can do that is to be in the now. Can't do it wandering off in a future that doesn't exist, or a past that's deader than a doornail. You can only do it in the now. And how do we stay in the now? Our breath. We will grab onto a cloud passing by a thought, and we wander off. We all do it. None of us are exempt from it. We wander off. We just, all of a sudden, we're sitting there and we're doing something, and the next thing you know, we're off over here. And when we're consciously aware we're doing that, we just say, I'm wandering, okay, no big deal. I'll focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. The soul enters the body, powers up the body. Body begins to operate. The lungs begin to produce oxygen, right? oxygenate our blood. And so the breath sustains the body so we can experience the body through the power that we are. Quite interesting. It's all interconnected. There's no separation. So we look and we see, because we're not in the body, we're outside of it, we're watching things, right? And the body is leaned into us, the God. And it's very quiet, it's very calm, floating. And we see all of these energy vortexes running through the center of it. Wheels of life, real simple. They're etheric, spiritual. They aren't physical. What are they for? They're for you, the God, to flow through. The chi, the prana, the ki, the source. And when you flow through it, you literally expand out to all the arteries, all the organs, everything. Everything. Motions, the heartbeat, all of it you flow through. You branch out as you go through these energy vortexes, these chakras. And your divine positive energy is with it. It's all one. So the God affects the body in every way, shape, and form possible. Now see, this is where we've been disconnected to understanding this. But we're getting there a lot faster than we could realize. So you look at these vortexes, these chakras, and they're different colors and they're different shaped flowers and geometrical shapes. And it's real simple. We have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra. These are main 7. There's several others. We just concentrate on ones running directly up through the body that people are mostly familiar with. So the root chakra, right? This is the red wheel of light, and it deals with our survival, money, food. But if we embrace fear, it's blocked. Our survival is blocked. Many times it actually has been reported that there are a lot of people that have panicked in situations of survival and they never made it. They had to leave the body. So fear blocks our survival. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra. This deals with our pleasure, sexuality, relaxation, joy, bliss. And we've all experienced it. And none of us are exempt from it. You're enjoying yourself, right? You remember those times? You didn't have a care in the world. Everything was flowing. Everything was falling into place. You didn't have to lift a finger. It was just being delivered to you. And then, while you're enjoying this, just absolutely blissful, the thought comes in through the ego mind. And you get this feeling. And it's almost foreboding. And it says, you know, this isn't going to last. You can't expect to be happy all the time, blissful. It's going to end. And then we embrace it, and then it ends. Right? That's the guilt that blocks our pleasure. Then we move to the yellow wheel of light, sacral chakra. This deals with our willpower. And it's blocked by shame. Fear, shame, fear, guilt, shame. They're illusions created by the ego mind, dictated to the heart mind. Then we move to the green wheel of light, the heart chakra. It deals with our ability to love. Now, when you're in grief, and we've all been in grief, you cannot love. It blocks you, who are the love. It blocks you. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, throat chakra. It's our communication, obviously. Deals with the truth. And it's blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. Third eye chakra. I'm shooting. Eyes. Deals with our insight. And you cannot have insight because it's blocked by illusion. And then we go to the crown chakra. This is our direct connection with the divine God, you. That's the crown chakra. It connects to the one, the God source. It's cosmic energy, which we all are. And of all things, it's blocked by our ego attachment. It's our attachment to the ego that blocks our connection to the gods that we are. Now, we bring our energies, frequencies up to the top of our heads, and we compress and condense them. We are God, we are love, and we are one. In that brief period of time, maybe a little less than 3 seconds, we turn it into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful, and we pour it over the pineal gland. And the pineal gland just absorbs it. Pineal gland is important to us while in these physical forms because of the fact that when it's fully healthy, functioning, vibrating, it connects us to all the particles of existence. In eventuality, each of us will learn and do where we can be in more than one place at one time. Now, we don't have fully functioning, happy, healthy, vibrating pineal glands yet, but we will. Now, you can view your pineal gland any way you choose through your heart, mind, motion picture, which you're the director, the producer, you're everything. So, through your heart, mind, motion picture, I see the pineal gland as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into a massive, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals and just a intoxicating fragrance, just absolutely phenomenal. And it's sending out these vibratory waves, these energy waves that just saturate me, head to toe, inside and out, nonstop, like a shower. And I am just embraced with this deepest eternal love, the highest of the highest high, and the highest of the highest high of deepest eternal gratitude, and the deepest eternal peace. And I'm filled with joy, exuberation, bliss. And I discover it's not coming to me. It is me. The rose is the God that I am. And I am the rose. Now, these bodies that we're in, heart, mind, ego mind, subconscious mind, higher self, spirit, soul, the God, pure consciousness, all one. And we, the soul, is the heaven, and the body is the earth. And every single step we take, we create paradise. Those who are not awake don't know they're creating paradise, so they see differently. Those of us who are awake know as a fact that every step we take, we're creating paradise. How can't we? We're divine perfection in these bodies. We're the God. Think about that. Feel it. Not only that, but we've learned to shine our God Force Love Light energy 360 degrees, fanning out continuously. The highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep, pure, eternal love. Flooding everything. All of us doing this. Flooding all of our brothers and sisters inside and out, head to toe. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. And we knowingly, consciously, are doing this. Because it's who and what we are. This planet will continue to glow more and more. It is a God planet, literally a God planet, and we're turning it into a paradise as it should be. As it should be. If you were to look far from this planet, but still have it in view, it would glow. And it will glow. And it is glowing. But the lights are coming on faster than they ever have in existence. Now, we're all parts of each other. Some are asleep. Not all are awake. Some are asleep. Some are awake. And we're collective consciousness, the God, the One. And obviously, we're seeking out parts of ourselves that are awake. So it's like the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, and architects, and the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. And both of them are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. The archangels are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them. A lot of times we meet with them, it's not like we go, oh, you're an angel. No, it's usually after we feel it through the heart, through the gods. And it just comes over and says, that wasn't just a regular interaction, that was an angel. And we always say to ourselves, what was the message? It's always the same, but it's delivered in many different ways. Isn't it magniglorious to be alive in these physical bodies? And it is. Good, bad, or indifferent. It is absolutely amazing that we can inhabit these bodies and experience every second of our existence in these bodies is absolute precious. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of the fact of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. And that's bliss. The ascended masters have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, called pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form. We are creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And some of us may just learn enough that when we choose to leave these bodies, we will know that we are the light. We don't follow the light. Why would we? We are the light. Now, we call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath it. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming in the circle of light, in the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex will fill this universe with not even an inch of sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes in every direction, and they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all of the off-worlders, the celestials, the galactics. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Feline, the Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they, in massive numbers, are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. Now, they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, and this now. Now, our eyes, the eyes that we have with these bodies, can only see 1% of what is. They come in the trillions in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. We're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand. we immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia. This light emanates from deep within us, the God force, love, light energy. We're all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And we have learned in this circle of light that we are the light, and that we're shining it outward. And this is the highest of the highest high of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love of which we are. And we are flooding this entire planet, on it, in it, above and below it. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're asleep or awake, and this is nonstop. It is infinity. We will always shine our light, but in consciousness, we will know we are shining our light, because we will experience for ourselves the loves that we are. Now, we begin to ascend above this planet as a circle of light. And this light is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1,000 trillion suns just to come close to its radiance. So as we ascend above the planet, we immediately met with this massive crystal reflective ocean of glitter. And it's flashing everywhere, every direction. There's unlimited numbers. And we go to the source of the reflection, which are these microscopic tiny edge mirrors. We enter them, and we discover that we are all teaching each other, learning. We are all students. We are all teachers. All of us with each other. It's never ending. We are always learning, teaching from each other. We are met by the flaming emerald green healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, perpetually, eternally, we are protected with a white fire armor. Not like a knight. This armor emanates from the God force, love, light energy inside these bodies that we all are. It is impenetrable. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies can come near. If they do, they are vaporized. No demons. If they do, they are vaporized. No attachments. No influences. Ever, ever, ever. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, anger, greed, envy, hurried, stress, anxiety, worry, fear, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and we send in the pure consciousness. They are vaporized. They are no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high of the deepest eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with a golden white pink light. This is the column of light. It reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the rain, the rainbows. We are the trees, the forests, the soils. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you see a sunset, a sunrise, you see an ocean view. And you're amazed. You are the beauty, the grace, the divine perfection. You are the sunsets, the sunrises. You're everything. It is you, each and every single one of us. And we are discovering this. And it is magna glorious. And this planet is exactly going to be exactly as you intend it to be for you. We continue to ascend above this planet. And as we do, some of us decide to step outside our physical form and float effortlessly above it. If we're carrying physical form. If not, we just float effortlessly. Why do we do this? Because we can. We come into full view of this massive crystal light tower that we all created. It's larger than this solar system. In the center of the column is this massive oblong sphere. It has a golden white ball of light, and it's surrounded by numerous bands or ribbons of multicolored, sparkling, glittering light. And they're all sending these waves that's penetrating, saturating all of us from head to toe, inside and out. The golden white ball is deep, eternal love. The rings then come in, deep, eternal gratitude, deep, eternal peace, well-being, joy, bliss, great wealth, great abundance, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity. It never ends. And it's us. It is the God that we all are. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. That's what it's doing right now. And that's what it does eternally, forever. And this is the purest of the highest high of deep eternal love. And it's flooding this planet. It's in the upper atmosphere. It's on the ground. It's inside. It's above, below, inside, and out. And it's flooding all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep. It's flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universes. Spend some time through your heart-mind. Visualize and see this new earth. That is so important for all of us, to see it now. Not later, but now. And continually to see it now. Practice this all the time. Now, we are drops of this golden ocean, and we hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops, and the drops are the golden ocean. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It houses over 1,400 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds of millions of us on and off planet every day. The highest of the highest highs of intent. pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. Joy, bliss, prosperity, abundance, it's never ending. And we're being flooded by this, head to toe, inside out. You can feel the exuberation. You can feel your very being lifted into the higher elements and the higher realm. It is because what you desire, it's what you want. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. You can feel the love that you are at any time you wish. You can feel the gratitude that you are any time you wish. It is never not there. It is always there. The sun shines down, and its image reflects in 1,000 different pots filled with water. The reflections are many, but they are each reflecting the same sun. Similarly, when we come to know who we truly are, all of us, we will see ourselves in all people. I'm joining the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. An easy breath out the mouth. Move easily and slowly. The Christ consciousness is the highest state of consciousness that there is. There is nothing more loving, accepting, insightful, appreciative, and jovial than this enlightened state of mind. Believe it or not, this is our most natural state. When we choose to be at peace with ourselves over everything else in the universe, we naturally begin to connect with this deeply profound spiritual healing energy that resides at the core of our being. Take this with you the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we'll return here Saturday, June 5th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And then tonight at 9 p.m. for our reverse aging.